Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today, we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the 2025 Jeep Wrangler Willys 41 4xe. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. Of course, there's a whole lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. To understand the significance of the limited edition Willys 41 4xe, we need to first take a little history lesson. In July 1940, the U.S. military informed automakers that it was looking for a light reconnaissance vehicle. It invited 135 manufacturers to bid on production and developed a lengthy specification list for the vehicle, including a 600-pound load capacity, wheelbase less than 75 inches, height less than 36 inches, a smooth-running engine from 3 to 50 miles per hour, a rectangular-shaped body, four-wheel drive with a 2-speed transfer case, fold-down windshield, 3 bucket seats, blackout and driving lights, and a gross vehicle weight below 1,300 pounds. 3 companies, including Jeep's predecessor, Willys Overland, answered the call. Each produced prototypes for testing in record time. The Army took possession of these vehicles in November 1940 at Camp Holabird, Maryland. Each of the 3 designs exceeded the Army's specifications of 1,300 pounds, but the Army soon realized that that limit was far too low and raised it for the next round of vehicles. The Army issued the next round of contracts in March 1941, including an ask for Willys Overland to build 1,500 examples of its quad. Further testing and evaluation led to the Army's selection of the Willys vehicle as the standard. A contract was signed on July 15, 1941 to begin production. With modifications and improvements, the Willys quad became the MA and later the MB. But the Army and the world would come to know it as the Jeep. Some claim that the name came from the slurring of the letters GP, the military abbreviation for general purpose. Others say the vehicle was named for a popular character named Eugene the Jeep in the Popeye cartoon strip. Whatever its origin, the name entered into the American lexicon. Willys Overland produced almost 360,000 Jeep vehicles at the Toledo, Ohio plant between October of 1941 and August of 1945. World War II reporter Ernie Pyle once said, "It did everything, it went everywhere, was faithful as a dog, as strong as a mule, and as agile as a goat. It constantly carried twice what it was designed for, and it still kept going." Willys trademarked the Jeep name and, even before World War II was over, began building the brand's first civilian model, the CJ-2A. The Wrangler 4xe Willys 41 is new for 2025. It starts at $62,520, including destination, which is $4,495 more than a standard 4xe Willys. It features a new military olive drab-inspired 41 exterior paint color, instantly evoking the spirit of the original Willys MB. Exclusive 17-inch aluminum wheels painted in the same hue are wrapped in aggressive 33-inch all-terrain tires. The Jeep design team crafted the hood-side Willys/4xe decals to honor the brand's storied military heritage. Finished in a period-correct drab blue, these decals nod to the original factory stenciling mandated by the U.S. Army on Willys MBs during World War II. Jeep designers ensured that the color and style authentically replicated the utilitarian aesthetic of the era, capturing the rugged and functional spirit that defined the original Jeep vehicles and continues to be a hallmark today. Other unique Army-inspired decals adorn the exterior, further amplifying the special model's heritage homage. Inside, Wrangler 4xe Willys 41 is fitted with a unique interior with tan heritage cloth seats, an olive drab fabric dashboard insert, and a 41 shifter medallion. Maximizing open-air freedom of choice, available roofs include a body color hardtop, sky one-touch power top roof, and an exclusive tan soft top. Standard features include a rear locker for enhanced traction and front and rear steel bumpers for added off-road protection. As equipped, this example has an MSRP of $73,095. Options shown here include the Sky One-Touch Power Top, the Trailer Tow and Auxiliary Switch Group, Convenience Group, Technology Group, and the Active Safety Group. The body-colored Willys 41 wheels are really cool. They're alloy wheels that are cast to look like basic stamped steel wheels, highlighted by special center caps and chrome lug nuts. They measure 17 by 7.5 inches and are wrapped in meaty 33-inch 285/70 BF Goodrich all-terrain tires. As in traditional Wrangler fashion, a full-size spare tire is mounted on the back of the swing gate. A hydroelectric anti-lock braking system with fully blended regeneration capability is standard, along with 4-wheel internally ventilated disc brakes. The setup includes 12.9 by 1.1 inch discs in the front with twin piston floating calipers and 14 by 0.86 inches in the rear with single piston floating calipers. Together, they're able to bring the 4xe to a stop from 60 miles an hour in about 130 feet. With the regenerative braking feature, as you step on the brake pedal, the powertrain control engages the maximum available regenerative braking, up to 0.25 G from the electric motors to slow the vehicle, augmented with the Wrangler's traditional friction brakes. The regenerative braking feature also extends the replacement period for brake pads. With 4-wheel drive engaged, all 4 wheels feed torque for regenerative braking. Electricity due to the regenerative braking is fed to the battery pack to maintain or increase the state of charge. The 4xe also features the ability to further maximize regen braking via the driver-selectable Max Regen feature. When Max Regen is engaged, a more assertive regenerative braking calibration occurs when the vehicle sees zero throttle input from the driver, such as coasting. The Willys 41 is fitted with Jeep's Select Track 4x4 system, which includes a full-time transfer case and a 2.72 low gear ratio. The 4x4 selector has 5 modes: 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive auto, 4-wheel drive high, neutral, and 4-wheel drive low, allowing you to easily switch between the modes as needed or just set it and forget it. This allows the Wrangler to easily be flat-towed. Additional technologies such as Off-Road Plus, Hill Start Assist, Hill Descent Control, and Select Speed Control further enhances the Willys 41's performance. Off-Road Plus adjusts throttle response, transmission shift points, and traction control for peak performance on higher speed passes on sand terrain as well as during low-speed rock crawling. It also gives you the ability to lock the rear axle at higher speeds when in 4-wheel drive high. Select Speed Control manages vehicle speed in 4-wheel drive low while traversing terrain without requiring throttle or brake input. When activated, you can adjust your speed between 1 and 5 miles per hour using the electronic Range Select Shift control. To protect critical vehicle components while on the trail, including the fuel tank, transfer case, and automatic transmission oil pan, the Wrangler features 4 skid plates. The Willys 41 benefits from the use of rugged tubular steel rock rails and heavy-duty steel bumpers to curtail potential body damage inflicted while out on the trail. A few tow hooks come standard, 2 in the front bumper, 1 in the rear bumper. The chassis is built with traditional body-on-frame construction and a proven 5-link suspension system to deliver unrivaled capability, refined on-road dynamics, and advanced safety features. 3rd generation Dana 44 axles are standard. On the Willys 41, the front differential is open. The rear differential is a True-Lock electronic locking differential. 4:10 axle ratios are standard. The front and rear suspensions feature high-strength steel upper and lower control arms, coil springs, link coils, and stabilizer bars, as well as high-pressure gas-charged monotube shock absorbers with multi-tuned valve technology. Front and rear full-width, high-strength steel track bars are positioned to control lateral movement of the axles with minimal angle change during suspension travel. The shocks are tuned for optimum balance between on-road handling and Jeep's legendary off-road capability, delivering ideal ride comfort, body roll control, and dynamic handling. The Willys 41 4xe offers approach, breakover, and departure angles of 43.8, 22.5, and 35.6 degrees respectively. Ground clearance is 10.8 inches. Max water fording depth is 31.5 inches. Base curb weight is around 5,075 pounds. When properly equipped, the Wrangler 4xe is able to tow up to 3,500 pounds. When it comes to steering, an electro-hydraulic power-assisted system is standard. The overall ratio is 14.9 to 1, and it takes 3.1 turns to go from lock to lock. The turning diameter is 38.9 feet. The steering is more communicative than I thought it'd be and offers great response with smooth and easy maneuverability. The 3-spoke leather-wrapped steering wheel has a plethora of multifunction controls and subtle grip bolsters at 10 and 2. It's manually adjustable for tilt and reach. The instrument cluster is comprehensive and packed with information. Using the controls on the steering wheel, you can scroll through various menus of the digital portion in the middle, such as digital speed, vehicle and engine and electrical information, off-road data, driver assistance, economy data, hybrid information, trip computer, audio information, messages, and of course screen setup. The 4xe offers the most advanced powertrain ever developed for a Wrangler, maximizing efficiency with 49 miles per gallon equivalent, while delivering 21 miles of pure electric operation for most daily commutes and hours on the trail. The 4xe powertrain integrates 2 electric motors and a 400-volt battery pack with a fuel-efficient, turbocharged 2-liter inline 4-cylinder and a TorqueFlite 8-speed automatic transmission. This configuration maximizes the efficiency of the hybrid propulsion components and mates them with the Wrangler's world-renowned and proven driveline. Total combined output is 375 horsepower at 5,250 RPM and 470 pound-feet of torque at 3,000 RPM. The engine is built using aluminum for the block and head, with chain-driven double overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder, dual independent camshaft timing, a cooled exhaust gas recirculation system, and direct fuel injection. The compression ratio is 10 to 1, and the maximum engine speed is 5,800 RPM. The twin-scroll, low-inertia turbocharger features an electronically actuated wastegate for exceptional responsiveness and performance. The turbo is mounted directly to the cylinder head for improved durability. A dedicated cooling circuit lowers the temperature of the intake air, throttle body, and turbo. By itself, the engine produces 270 horsepower at 5,250 RPM and 295 pound-feet of torque at 3,000 RPM. A high-voltage, liquid-cooled motor generator unit mounts at the front of the engine, replacing the conventional alternator. A robust belt connects the motor generator to the engine crankshaft pulley. The motor generator spins the engine for nearly seamless fuel-saving start-stop operation and generates electricity for the battery pack. The 4xe does not use a conventional 12-volt starter motor. It's equipped with a 12-volt battery to run accessories. A second high-voltage motor generator is mounted at the front of the transmission case, replacing the conventional torque converter of an automatic transmission. 2 clutches work to manage power and torque from the e-motor and engine. A binary on-off clutch is mounted between the engine and the motor. When the clutch is open, there is no mechanical linkage between the engine and the e-motor, which enables it to propel the 4xe in electric-only mode. When the clutch is closed, torque from the engine and the e-motor combine through the automatic transmission. A variable clutch mounted behind the e-motor manages engagement with the transmission to improve durability and efficiency. For how the 4xe system works, it's the primary reason why there's not an option of a manual transmission. Select Wrangler 4xe models offer a new power box that features 4 120-volt outlets with 30 amps of total output, allowing the battery pack to power external devices such as phones and tablets. The battery pack and controls mount underneath the second row seat, where it's protected from outside elements. The second row seat was redesigned to allow the bottom cushion to flip forward for access to the battery. Encased in an aluminum housing, the pack is fitted with a dedicated heating and cooling circuit to keep the battery at its optimum temperature for best performance. The temperature control circuit includes a dedicated heater unit and chiller that uses air conditioning refrigerant to reduce coolant temperature when needed. 3 E-Select modes allow you to tailor the hybrid powertrain to best suit each trip, whether it's filling the needs of most daily commutes in pure electric operation, a night on the town, or quietly exploring nature off-road. Hybrid is the default mode and blends torque from the engine and electric motor. In this mode, the powertrain will use battery power first, then add in propulsion from the engine when the battery reaches its minimum state of charge. In electric mode, the powertrain operates on electric power only until the battery reaches its minimum state of charge, or if you request more torque such as wide open throttle, at which point the engine will automatically engage. E-Save mode prioritizes propulsion from the engine to save the battery charge for later use, such as EV off-roading or urban areas. The driver can also choose between battery save and battery charge during E-Save via the hybrid electric pages in the infotainment system. To help optimize the benefit of the E-Select modes, the driver information display and the infotainment system feature hybrid electric vehicle pages, which lets you monitor power flow and see the impact of regenerative braking, schedule charging times that take advantage of lower electric rates, and view driving history with a detail of electric and gasoline usage. The 4xe hybrid system includes an integrated dual charging module, which combines a battery charger and a converter in a single compact unit, as well as a next-generation power inverter module. These components are housed and protected from damage in a steel structure mounted below the battery pack. All high-voltage electronics, including the wiring between the battery pack and the electric motors, are sealed and waterproof. The electric charge port features a push-open, push-close cover and is located on the left front cowl for convenient nose-in parking at charging stations. The charge port includes LED indicators of charging status. An LED battery level monitor is mounted on top of the instrument panel, making it easy to check battery state of charge at a glance during charging. The charging system supports both Level 1 and Level 2 charging. As with other plug-in hybrid and full EVs I've tested in the past, Level 1 charging is not really a viable option if the vehicle is going to be used on the regular, as it takes significantly longer to charge than it would with Level 2. I would recommend having an appropriately rated 240-volt outlet installed, or purchase a dedicated EV charging station such as the one I currently have in my shop. Charging completely from 0 to 100% using Level 2 charging takes about 2.5 hours. As far as fuel economy, when using a combination of gas and electric power, the 4xe is rated at 49 miles per gallon equivalent. While on gas alone, the combined average is 20 miles per gallon. 87 octane fuel is acceptable to use, but 91 octane or higher is recommended for optimum fuel economy and performance. The total fuel tank capacity is 17.2 gallons. The Wrangler's interior is loaded with premium features and technology along with signature Jeep functionality and versatility. The Willys 41 doesn't differ all that much from a standard Willys when you're looking at how it's configured. The main differences are cosmetic. The instrument panel features the olive drab fabric across the middle with accent stitching. Heritage tan cloth upholstery covers the seats, and there's a special medallion on the shifter. The Wrangler's interior is available in a wide array of configurations from basic to luxurious. The Willys 41 is kind of in the middle. It's still very well equipped, but missing some of the nicer touches seen in a Sahara, for example, such as wrapped instrument panel padding and padded upper door panels. It's important to note, even in its more basic forms, the interior build quality is pretty nice for what it is, despite having a utilitarian feel. I did notice more wind and road noise in this one compared to some higher trims I've driven over the years. My favorite thing about the interior design is how everything is laid out. It's user-friendly and straightforward. The front seats in the Willys 41 are manually adjustable, 6-way for the driver, 4-way for the passenger. The driver's seat also gets a lumbar adjuster. A dual-zone climate control system is standard. You can operate it via the buttons in the center stack or from the infotainment system. With the available convenience group, you get front door passive entry and lock, air conditioning with automatic temperature control, air filtering, emergency assistance call, heated front seats, a heated steering wheel, a remote start system, and a universal garage door opener. With the available technology group, you get the aforementioned Jeep 4xe power box, a 9-speaker 552-watt Alpine premium audio system, and a vehicle-to-load system. The Wrangler is very practical and versatile. There's plenty of storage areas found throughout the cabin. Up front, there's nets in the lower door panels and a tray on top of the dash. You also have a generous center console with cup holders and covered storage with a removable tray. The glove box is decently sized and has a lockable door for added security. The recently introduced 12.3-inch touchscreen houses a 5th generation Uconnect 5 infotainment system and sits prominently atop the center stack right above a pair of slim rectangular inboard air vents. Uconnect 5 delivers operating speeds that are 5 times faster when compared to the previous system. By using an Android operating system and over-the-air updates, it brings flexibility that will allow the system to continuously evolve to offer new content, features, and services. It offers more connected services and features for unmatched ease of use. The suite of system highlights include 5 user profiles plus a valet mode, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a fully customizable home screen for quick and easy operation, simultaneous connectivity for 2 Bluetooth-enabled phones, Sirius XM with 360L, and a 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot that can connect up to 8 devices. The Wrangler is well equipped to keep occupants connected while on the go. The front row has standard dual USB Type-C ports that allow devices to charge up to 4 times faster. You have a total of up to 7 USB Type-A and Type-C ports between the front and rear seats. Standard 12-volt accessory outlets are located throughout the interior, and a 115-volt AC outlet is available to power select 3-pronged home electronics. Safety and security were paramount in developing the current generation Wrangler. Even in the last couple of years, there's been some extra stuff added. All in all, there's around 90 or so available active and passive safety and security features. Standard on all models are first and second row side curtain airbags, which complement standard driver and passenger front airbags and front seat-mounted driver and passenger side airbags. All Wranglers feature second row outboard seat belts with pretensioners and load limiters, as well as structural improvements for side impact performance. Forward collision warning and advanced cruise control with stop and go comes standard on the Sport S and above. Blind spot and cross path detection and Park Sense rear park assist comes standard on higher trims. With the Willys 41, those extra features are included with the active safety group, which also adds automatic high beam headlamp control and LED tail lamps. A Park View rear backup camera with dynamic grid lines, traction control, and electronic stability control with electronic roll mitigation are all standard on all trims. Wrangler 4xEs are only offered in 4-door configuration. 2-door Wranglers are awesome and a lot of fun, but having 4 doors is obviously more practical. You can seat up to 3 people with relative ease. Without any kind of running board, you'll be hoisting yourself up via the grab handles. Running boards are available. Once inside, it's easy to get comfortable. There's not a ton of space, but it's a pretty open cabin overall, which makes it feel larger than it actually is. Being 5 foot 10 inches, I had plenty of headroom left over and a modest amount of legroom. All 3 headrests are adjustable. The outer 2 are larger and can be folded down for extra visibility. You can also fold down the middle section of the seat to reveal 2 cup holders and a padded armrest. Other amenities include overhead lighting, overhead speakers, child seat anchors, and Bluetooth microphones for the telephone system. There's good storage too in the form of nets found in the lower door panels and front seat backs. In the back of the center console, you'll find the power window switches, 2 adjustable air vents, a phone pocket, and a small tray. Depending on the trim, the additional USB and AC power outlets would also be located on the back of the center console. If you flip up the seat bottoms, you can get a glimpse of the hybrid battery pack, which is kind of neat to see. Out back, the Wrangler offers a lot of cargo space with great flexibility, even more so if you go with the optional trail rail system. If equipped, you get additional adjustable tie-downs to supplement the 6 fixed D-rings on either side of the cargo floor. Obviously, the rear door swings out to give you direct access to the cargo floor versus having to lean over a traditional tailgate. There's underfloor storage too. If you're wanting to carry larger or longer items, you can fold down the 60-40 split rear seat and expand the cargo floor up to the front seats. With the seats up, there's 27.7 cubic feet of space. With the seats folded, you have 67.4 cubic feet of space. Obviously, the seats don't fold completely flat. For added convenience, there's overhead illumination and a 12-volt power outlet. With the premium audio system, a large subwoofer is built into the right side panel. With having the Sky one-touch power top, the roof rails are part of the Wrangler's structure and cannot be removed. You also have the Wrangler's standard roll bar system. You can still remove the doors and lower the windshield if you'd like, but you can also remove the rearmost window panels. They simply unlatch and pull away. An included storage bag allows for easy storage to prevent them from getting scratched or damaged when not in use. Jeep and Mopar vehicles in general are well known for hiding Easter eggs in vehicles. While it may not be a quote-unquote Easter egg by definition, I really like the panel underneath the trunk floor that acts as a bolt organizer for the various removable bits. They're also labeled. Underneath the panel is where you'll find the tire changing equipment. All Wranglers come with a little tool bag for removing bolts via ratchet and Torx bits. One of my favorite details on these Wranglers is the data tag on the swing gate. Typically, they'll list basic dimensions comparing the 2-door and the 4-door, as well as listing things like water fording depth and where they're developed and built. The Willys 41 has a special tag that compares the new Wrangler to the original Willys. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that too and make sure those notifications are on. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.